Hey there.
Hey. Neil has Betty Davis eyes.
Oh my goodness. Look, we're all here together again.
We did it.
Yay!
Ooh.
Neil's feeling better.
It is I, Lord Omicron, from House of COVID, Hawker of Loogies,
Second of his name.
Breaker of Phlegm.
Ew. Gross.
Anyway,
keeps
yes,
getting
I
better
survived.
and
I
He's
survived.
better than ever. He's improved. He's actually new and improved.
I am new and improved.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I made it through. I have a pretty darn good cough that I'm hoping is not going to come up while we're here.
It's a treat. If you guys get to hear it, it sure is a treat for the ears.
It is. It's like
Yeah.
it's a very nice hawking,
Bravado
froggy.
cough.
Yes, it's a cacophony of lung and air come together. But
That's beautiful.
that being said,
Tonight is my pick. Finally, my pick.
finally,
Whatever happened to Baby Jane?
we're going to
Whatever
find out.
happened to Baby Jane?
It's a good question.
But before that,
Yes, before that, what are we drinking tonight? We
I-
have some special stuff.
we have some special stuff. Some of us are double fisting multiple beverages. I have from Haley the Baker, also the giver of gifts, the artisanal sparkling berry Lorena lemonade. It's basically a sparkling berry lemonade, and it's really, really delicious.
It looks
And
great.
it's pink.
Pink.
It is.
Yeah.
And when you opened it, it sounded like you were opening a bottle of champagne.
Yeah,
So,
no,
I
it's
mean,
like,
went-
it's legit. It actually has like one of those little
Poppy,
thingies on
yeah.
top, little
Yeah.
metal thing with like a ceramic. It's serious.
Save that bottle.
No,
That
that's
is-
a good bottle. That'll go to Space Face. That's a Space Face bottle if I ever saw one. What about y'all?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, I totally forgot the name of this, but I know I've got a
We're
Chardonnay.
drinking Chardonnay from St. Anne's Crossing
Okay.
and Kenwood.
And it's their estate Chardonnay? Okay.
It's an estate Chardonnay. Cool.
There you
From
go.
Kenwood.
Yep.
St. Anne's
St. Anne's Crossing.
Crossing. Cool. And that's what I have as well in my cup. So we can
Drink that.
drink now. Happy Friday.
Cheers.
Cheers, friends.
I sure am refreshed.
Hey, did you guys listen to the most recent Spooky Summer Party?
Listen to it. I was on it.
Oh my god.
I'm a host. I'm a host.
You're a host, that's right.
Why do you bring that up?
It's so funny because I was listening this week and then I heard this really calming sound. I was like driving and I heard like cheers. And I was like, wait a minute. Like that's the wrong podcast.
When you have the same producer, you
Yeah.
just borrow.
You borrow.
Yeah.
I get it.
Great
get it.
episode. You're welcome, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Did you like my scary story?
I did. It was a very wonderful.
you scared?
All the stories were scary.
Were you scared?
They were wonderful. But,
Yeah.
But I did guffaw and a guffaw and a
Did you chortle?
little chortle
Little chortle,
Yeah.
chortle. Yeah.
out loud when I heard that. I'm like, oh, Scott.
When Scott does that, he always texts us on the Spooky Slumber Party thread, and he's like, "I'm back on my bullshit." Whenever he does like a little tricky thing, and he does them a lot. We also often have post credit.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. But that was kind of funny.
About
so.
dicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do. Anyway, so aside from that, who is with us today? Hello.
Well, here in the studio, we've got producer Scott. Thank you.
On his
Nah.
bullshit.
There you go. Producer Scott on his bullshit. I
Yeah.
think your name just changed. We've got Space Face Macy,
Yay.
the Reverend Michael B,
Yay.
Haley the Baker and
Yay.
Gift Giver, the first of her name?
The beverage
Why not?
provider.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pusher of alcohol.
Yes.
And non-alcohol.
And non-alcohol.
And of sparkling beverage and beyond.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pod People of the Future, Thank you very
I love
much.
them.
The Potters.
And then so far in
Harry
chat, we have got 209 Todd. Welcome. It's
Todd,
been a while.
it's been so
Todd,
long.
Did you come back for this movie specifically? I hope so.
We've got Miss Movie Buff Laura.
Laura
who's
is a fan of this
very,
film, so this one's for
yeah,
me and you, Laura.
Very excited
Laura.
about
To
that.
us, Laura.
And then we've also got Tommy Levette.
Hello, Tommy.
Hi.
Give her Furbies.
There you go.
They're doing great, by the way.
Um,
My children.
yeah, that's all I'm saying so far.
Oh, it's a light
Oh,
day.
the turkey lurkeys are out
Very
there.
light day. Yes. Yes.
We see you, turkey lurkeys. Well, we don't see you, but we know you're there.
Thanks for joining, guys. We
Yeah.
appreciate
You
it.
can lurk. You can turkey lurk. It's fine.
So, it's been
1 week since you looked at me.
it's been like 3 weeks since I've seen you guys,
Yeah.
right? I mean, no, it's been 2 weeks. Anyway, it's been so long.
It's been like a
It's the COVID.
a
It's the
week.
COVID fog. Give
He's
me a
in the
break.
fog,
I'm
yeah.
in the fog still. Yeah.
Didn't we all go do something together?
We did
did.
last
A week
week. We
ago?
saw a thing.
We did a thing.
Did you consume media?
I did. So first of all, first and foremost, saw The Northman.
Right.
We did.
We did. I went with some of our own people here, including Caleb. And it was amazing. As producer Scott said, it's like it was made for me. It was like it was made for Sandra. And I loved it so much. It made me very, very happy, brilliant. Robert Eggers, 3 for 3 with some of my favorite films. Mwah! Genius. Genius, genius, genius. Finished Moon Knight. Finished Girl from Plainville.
Okay.
And very excited for the new season of The Umbrella Academy coming up soon. I had one more thing. Oh, I saw Doctor Strange.
Oh.
Doctor Strange.
Wow.
I loved it. Took my mom for Mother's Day because we love Marvel. And yeah, it was amazing.
Is it like a Marvel horror film, like everyone says?
It is a Marvel horror film, like everyone says.
Okay.
And like for some people, it's too much. They're clutching their pearls. But it's Sam Raimi. He's back at the helm. I think he did a great job. I love the character of Doctor Strange anyway. And I love anything where it's like time, like messing with time things and multiverses and stuff. And it's got some great creepy horror vibes. It's good. It's great.
Wow. Good.
So I saw a lot of movies I liked.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I just noticed your earrings. Those are very cute.
Oh, these are guillotines.
Yeah.
I've had these for a while. Scott got them for me for my birthday a couple of years back.
Those are awesome.
They're guillotines, but they're like cute guillotines.
Yes.
They're like gold guillotines.
Gold. I like gold.
Gold.
All right, Caleb.
All right. So yes, I saw The Northman 2. I really enjoyed it. I think if you are going to go watch it, go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
Please.
Definitely.
It's a theater movie. It's a big screen. You know,
much
home is just
action
not going to do it justice.
drama.
I'm sorry. I finished Outer Range. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That thing we were talking about that
Yeah.
I saw it. It was
Did
yeah,
you?
yeah,
Okay.
I saw that too. Let's see. I have been watching Kids in the Hall. For all you fans from the what was it late 80s
Yeah, 90s.
to
yeah.
mid 90s, yeah, they're back with a new season, older and yet just still funny.
Still irreverent and
Yeah.
funny and
Yeah.
bizarre.
So if you've got Amazon Prime, it is on there. Finally finished season 3 of Stranger Things with Spaceface Macy. So we are ready when the new half of season 4 opens
I'm ready. I'm
on
so ready.
May 27th. They're on the now more expensive Netflix.
I love how everyone's just trashing Netflix now.
I know they're like
Which-
going so hard in it. And
But
it's,
it's just funny because these internet
Jesus.
troll people,
Yeah.
like this time last year was movie theaters.
Right.
We hate
Oh,
movie
yeah.
theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Movie theaters are dying. I'm so happy they're going to go away.
Yes.
And now it's like, now those same people are like, oh, Netflix. I hate Netflix. I'm so glad they're going away.
yeah. And then it'll
just like-
be Hulu, and then it'll be
No, you know what? I actually like
that.
Netflix a lot. I just
like
don't.
Netflix a
I
lot
just
too.
don't like paying.
I know it makes me sad to pay, but but I like the content, so I show.
They're like my least favorite of the streamers, I would say,
Agreed.
because of their BS with the movie theaters. We've
Yes.
butted some heads,
Yes.
but
You kissed and made up.
I'm not trashing them at the same time. Like everyone else is like
Right, it's like, get over it.
because their stock went down because they're losing subscribers.
Oh no,
and
I
all
don't
that
care
stuff.
about. I mean, we talked about their problems before.
Right.
Why would you cancel this? But like, pay $200 million for that? Like, that just makes no sense.
Right.
But so, I'm not really trashing them. I'm just trashing them.
No, well,
It's a
have
light,
reason.
It's a light trashing.
We're not
Right.
hopping on a
Yeah.
internet bandwagon.
No
hell
soapbox. No.
Yeah.
No. It is.
No
I
soap.
think that is. Oh well. I mean, we went and did something.
Oh yeah, we went and saw.
So we went and saw Who's Live Is It
Live?
Anyway?
Yeah,
Neil,
Live?
Sandra, Scott, and
Who's
myself.
live?
Scott's
What
birthday
happened
present.
to
Yeah.
Baby Jane? All these questions, but no answers. So many questions.
Yeah.
We saw the. That was a fun time. Get to
Those-
see all the.
They're so funny.
Yeah,
You
improv.
laugh, you laugh, and you laugh. There's so many lulls.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking to Space Face's teacher yesterday, and she and her husband were there too. 'Cause
Oh, wow.
She saw me apparently, but
Oh,
and she wanted to raise her hand to go up on stage, but she told me I didn't because one of her students' parents was in the audience, and I said, "Oh, you don't know
Oh.
me very well."
No, they kind of put you through it. Yeah.
they can. I also watched Outer Range.
Okay.
Finished it as well.
Right.
I did enjoy Kids in the Hall. I love it. I love Kids in the Hall. I saw the new Candyman film finally.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on Prime, so you don't
Oh,
have
is
to pay
it?
for it. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's so good. Didn't you love the animation bit?
I loved all the pieces of it. It was really good.
Costa.
It's got that strong message, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty darn good. I was kind of like wanting a little more Tony Todd. Like where's Tony Todd? Cause I love that they brought Helen into it and everything. That was really cool.
Absolutely.
The way they folded her in, like making a nice,
I think
souffle.
I think it was a respectful amount of Tony Todd because I think
Okay.
he was kind of like passing the torch a little.
I mean,
bit.
yeah, but I was anyway. But that being said, I enjoyed.
respectful amount of Todd.
Have you guys heard of or seen The Sadness?
I have heard so much about it.
Okay, so I watched it last week. I definitely would recommend it.
Were you sad?
I was not sad.
Did it make you sad, Neil?
I was
Were you
I
sad?
I was pleasantly plumped by it. So
Oh, excellent. You're
Yeah.
not sad at all.
no, it was. I recommend you guys see The
Is
Sadness.
it gory? Is it bloody?
No, I can't
Is
say.
it disturbing?
That's the thing that made me watch was everyone was like, oh, it's like the
Losing their minds.
goriest and the this and this and the that of this.
Not to us old pros, right?
Right, all these ists and but I was like, it was great. It was fun. Foreign language film. I recommend if you guys have time. I think it was Shudder, right?
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's
it's
on
Shudder.
Shudder,
So yeah.
yeah. Oh, I will get to it.
Yeah, no, it's worth the watch. And then I think that covers the majority of things I did. I did want to give a quick thank you to all of you wonderful cult show viewers and even the cult film series regulars who reached out to me during my time of sickness with the Cove, because there are many people who, like Michael, checked in with me, and Sandra, like incessantly every day
Twice a day.
checked in, but
I was like, are you dead yet?
yeah, exactly.
I have your
Can I
Freddy
can I have
glove?
your
Are
glove? So, and then
I would like go to your funeral and it's like over there and I'd be like,
pulling it on my cold dead hands.
yeah, exactly.
No way, dude.
He'd want me to have it. He'd want me to have it.
But
Can't go to waste rotting in the earth.
that would like bring me back just enough to like grab it.
He'd
But
probably haunt me just so you could see the glove.
it's a good point, but in a bad way haunting. So
Oh my God, you like constantly knocking over my beverages. Just be like a cat.
actually, I would just be freaking Scott out the whole time. So that Scott would like jump up every time, and then that would
Yeah.
that would be a problem. Anyway, but Tommy and Michael, like I said, David from the cult film series, Eric at the series, Kenneth, Vanilla Ken. I mean, people just dropping lines.
So many.
So
many suitors.
That's it.
So many suitors
Anyway,
for our Neil.
but I just want to tell you guys, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me
Yeah.
that people are checking in because this is our community, our family, and it's just
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
And I'm not ready to lead the lizard army yet. So
But
Neil said you are ready, and I was like, but I'm not. But you know us Sith, it always comes in twos. I've been asked a question. I do like Harry Potter. I don't know who wrote Harry Potter. I know it just kind of sprang forth out of nowhere magically. But I do enjoy Harry Potter very much, very much.
There you go.
And also, speaking of our community, Mindy popped in to say that she can't watch tonight because she's got a migraine, but she will watch later. So
We get migraines.
if you're still
We do.
here,
Lindsay's get migraines.
I hope you feel better.
So we feel that.
They really, really, really suck. Go
Yeah.
turn off the lights and just try to do what you can. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good luck, Mindy.
Godspeed, Mindy.
Godspeed, Mindy.
What else you got?
That's it. I got our subscribers are
0.
new ones. I mean,
New ones are 0. No one's allowed to leave here. This is a hostage situation.
never.
Is
Okay.
it time?
It is time.
Dare we? Producer Scott, film review, please. Oh, hi.
Hi.
We weren't plotting and planning or anything.
Not at all.
Okay. Welcome to this week's review. Whatever
Wait.
happened to...
What's going on? Why am I like pale? More so than usual.
What's happened? All the color's been drained.
Oh no.
I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And then I look at the screen. I'm like, oh, I guess no one told me that.
Oh,
Surprise. We're in black and white.
on the silver screen.
We're old timey, see?
All right. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? From 1962, directed by Robert Aldrich. He did a few things.
A few.
He did a few things. From the novel by Henry Farrell, which I haven't read. I'm such a disappointing bookworm. I haven't read this.
Surprising.
You're telling me. Jane Hudson, Betty Davis's character, is an aging child star from the vaudeville era, left to care for her wheelchair-bound sister Blanche, played by Joan Crawford. Also an actress who found fame in Hollywood as an adult, more so than her sister. Stuck living together in a mansion in Old Hollywood, Blanche is paralyzed from a car accident, and Jane is held responsible for this accident. Jane really needs to be hospitalized, but she is desperate to keep Blanche imprisoned as she plans her new rise to fame. So, this is my pick. I love this film. A while back, we did a comfort film episode. Oh, thank you. Death Wish, yeah.
Liquid
Liquid death.
death.
Liquid Death, my favorite. Death Wish is coffee. So I love this film. It's one of my comfort films. That's what I was kind of getting at. It wasn't on that list, but I watch it all the time, incessantly. There's camp, there's melodrama, but it's also brilliant. It's a staple. It's a staple. It's a big movie in drag culture and in gay culture as well, which is fabulous. I highly recommend if you can get your hands on Whatever Happened to Bianca Del Rio, starring Bianca Del Rio, of course, and Peaches Christ, two of my favorite drag performers. There's a parody on RuPaul, plenty of drag parodies out there for you. And then, of course, there is The Feud. The infamous feud. Ryan Murphy even made a program about it. Made a whole program about it on the television, where we don't know where the line is really. We know that the two actresses didn't like each other and never did, but there's all sorts of rumors like that. What's her name? That Joan would put like rocks in her pockets for those scenes where
she got
Betty had.
dragged,
And then there's
yeah.
also like, did Betty Davis really kick Joan Crawford? And did she have to kick that hard? Like there's lots of myth out there. I think it's pretty well accepted that Joan beat her kids. So I think like everybody's kind of on. I mean, Mommy Dearest.
Yeah.
So I think we're all kind of like Team Betty. Yeah. I think this movie's brilliant. I love Betty Davis's performance. I think it's brave. I think it's audacious. To be this sad, narcissistic, grotesque of a character is like, I don't think a lot of people today would be willing to stake their career on that. So that's my opening thoughts.
Rest your case.
I rest my case.
All right.
So this was a first-time viewing for me. It's like a movie I knew existed. I knew a lot about it, like watching it, but I had never actually sat down and watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I absolutely loved it. The acting is brilliant. Reading about all the background stuff, the feud stuff, it's just like fascinating, that they even, because like going into it, they already knew they didn't like each other, but they were like kind of banking on that,
Yeah.
So I thought, I love this movie.
I'm so glad you did. It's not required that we all like or love each other's picks here at the Cult Show. That's totally fine. Oh, but I'm so glad you did, because I really wanted you to like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neil? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You'd seen the film before, so yeah.
So I was telling Caleb that I think is what I saw. It was in film class.
Yeah.
Right back at the JC.
Way back when.
Way back when.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I think I was, the class was like 8 or 9 in the morning. And when you're like, kind of in that early or late teens, I guess it would have been 19 or maybe 20, I don't remember. And then you're working in movie theaters at night, and you try and go to school in the morning,
And you're partying.
watching a black and white movie first
Yeah.
thing in the morning, and you may not have your full attention, i.e. you're sleeping in class.
What?
But anyway, so I had seen it, but I think I dismissed it or I just didn't pay attention enough, because watching it again, I mean, I'm just older now, so I appreciate things more.
Well, that's true.
I definitely doing my research as well. I realized that I absolutely love freaking Betty Davis now.
Yeah,
Right.
she's a
And that-
savage. And this was only like, she still had a career after this film, too.
Yeah. But I mean, just for the woman that like she is, you watch the interviews that she did, back in the 70s and the 80s even. I mean, she was just,
Like no
Awesome.
no fucks given comes to
right,
mind.
right. Just being a choice, had her cigarette when she was talking, and always just kind of like, yeah, we did this.
Oh my God, it's just like you're channeling Betty Davis.
I think she's my. Anyway, but the film is great. I mean, I absolutely loved it. The one thing,
Yeah.
it's too fucking long.
It is long. No, it is long.
So long.
No, it is long. It is long.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
No, it is.
I mean,
No, it
it
is.
was a Sandra pick. I'm like, all right, good. Nice hour and a half.
what I said.
Everyone
long
carved
movie.
out 90
like,
minutes.
I'm
Yeah.
like, and so
Yeah.
I procrastinated. And I watched this last night, and I'm like, when is this thing gonna end? I gotta go to bed.
I think for me, it's because again, it's like a comfort film, and I've watched it so many times. I've become kind of blinded to the running time. But then, like when I pulled it up, for like a serious with notes rewatch, I was like, yeah, you are a long movie, aren't you, Jane? Aren't you, Jane?
You are,
Blanche?
aren't you? Yeah. I was,
And of course, I watched this movie also with my sister. Oh my God! So she'd never seen this, and I have quoted this movie endlessly, and I felt so justified. You know when you've like quoted something so much, and it's like, see, this is what I was quoting this whole time.
Yep.
On that note,
I'm just kidding, by the way. Caleb and I were kidding. As you know, long run times don't really affect us, but
I'm
we
writing
thought it'd be fun.
a letter to Daddy. I sing that song all the time. I love to sing it when I'm putting on my face. His address is heaven above. Oh my God.
So the voice that they use for that little girl, the singing voice, that creeps me the fuck out.
Oh, it's so creepy.
That girl-
What about the giant ass doll? And I love
No.
dolls. I want the doll.
Don't change the subject. I want to talk about the voice.
But
Though.
it's
The
all
voice.
together. It's all a
The
part.
voice.
I
Oh
went
my
back
God.
and watched just that one opening scene again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's like the creepiest thing. It's like this
Right.
girl's, the voice they put on this girl.
Yes.
It's like, I mean, it's,
And it's like her little face, and she's like, she's vaudevilling it up.
Right, but
it's just
the
whole
voice,
package.
I mean,
That's Debbie Burton is the person credited with
Okay.
the singing voice.
singing, I remember seeing that, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's like they basically said, okay, here's Betty's voice when she's, however old she was, 60 something probably, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and find someone that could, kind of be that voice
Yeah.
early on, but it's like, it's just not. It's
don't
a
think
little
they
girl
found
and an
it.
old person voice.
It is so fucking creepy. And I mean, the song's creepy, the lyrics are creepy.
It is.
The way she hits those D's hard, as producer
Yeah.
Scott says, Daddy.
Daddy.
But like I said, the doll, the whole package of Baby Jane is eerie.
Yeah.
And I love dolls. I love dolls. If somebody were to give me the Baby Jane doll, I'd be so happy. But she is a little Like the eyes follow you everywhere. You can just tell. And then you can just hear that voice. His address.
I wonder how much those dolls. So apparently they were giving away like some of those dolls, like when this movie was out. Like there was like an envelope
In
under your.
1962?
Wow.
Yeah, there was
Shut
like
up.
an envelope under your seat when
You
a
guys
doll
were
kind of
working
thing.
in the theater when that
Yeah,
when they
definitely,
gave those
definitely.
dolls?
But
It's
I'm not.
usher,
I'm not
yeah.
giving you mine. So no.
Did you ever get a little usher hat? Yeah.
But I'm wondering how much those go for if they're
Oh my
like
God.
still
I can
around.
imagine.
I wonder if they were like well made or now they're all like powder.
Well, it shattered. The face shattered.
It did
so
shatter.
It must have been.
But that doesn't mean
ceramic
that's
head.
the one they're giving away though. But
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
$350 they were selling them for in the movie, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
and that's like how much money is that, producer Scott, in today money?
In 1962 time.
It is about $80
In
What?
in our money.
in our money.
That's it?
$350?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was an expensive doll.
Dang, bro.
And then
I actually, there's actually two different inflation calculators. One says 60, one says 80, but
yeah, so it's expensive. Yeah.
It's a lot.
But it's like, go get your baby Jane doll right outside. We have one for everyone.
Yeah, just like go out, kids. Tell your parents.
Tell your parents you want one,
Because
yeah.
Daddy himself, who's so creepy, he's clearly obsessed with Jane.
Yeah.
And he is a narcissist in his own right. And then we have the dour mother over here with little Blanche with those iconic bangs. Iconic. They're just, it's like Xena bangs, like just straight across.
Yep.
She's like, but you know what? At least Jane wanted to give Blanche ice cream too.
That's true.
So, you know, and she's like, you're better than them, honey. Like, it's okay. And she's like, I'll remember. She's making a note.
She is.
She's bad seed energy. Bad seed energy. with the Braves.
Hey, did you guys notice that? You remember the very, 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 very opening of this film? It's like at a carnival or something, right? They're at, and the little girl goes up to play a game, like carnival game.
Yeah.
I think it was, and she.
I think because that was like a vaudeville thing, right? There was like games.
Yeah,
and
something.
Plays
But
and
was it the prize she won or something? Was a Jack in a Box?
yeah.
There's a Jack in a Box.
Yeah.
And then the girl kind of starts crying when the thing pops up.
Yeah.
And then they do a close up of the Jack in the Box, and the Jack in the Box is crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that about? Why is the Jack in the Box crying?
I think we're setting a tone here.
Okay.
I think we're setting a tone for the film.
All right.
Surprise!
You
is
know
around every
what? I
corner.
totally forgot all about that. But now that you bring it up, I'm like, wait, what's going on?
No.
But then they never bring it up again,
No.
and I just,
No.
I had to delete something.
From the memory bank. That's my theory. It's kind of like this is like things that should be sweet and innocent that are actually sinister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they're doing like a
Like
Gemini
clowns.
Killer Exorcist 3 thing coming up on us. You know,
Maybe that too.
you never know.
This is a prequel. So, using the old film footage of the two actresses, brilliant.
Yes.
Who else was doing that cool shit in 1962, I ask you?
know.
And it's really fun to see like such early films of those two ladies as well, because you can tell by a lot of what's going on, it looks like pre-code Hollywood before everything got like super like locked down. And they're both brilliant actresses, right? But we're supposed to be like, well, Jane's kind of the sucky one now.
I know.
But that Blanche!
I like how the movie executive is like, it's terrible. This is awful. I'm like, looks pretty good to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess he knew. He had a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was already, her career was already going like this, but
Yeah.
like Blanche's was going like, whew, like this.
In her big car, her big fancy car.
That monster of a car.
Yeah. I think
Who
it
do
was
they make cars like that for anyway? Blanche Hudson.
Blanche Hudson.
Just iconic. The accident. Oh my God. Horrible. Horrible. Blanche at the top of her career. And now it's like, it's so funny because, I mean, she uses a wheelchair, but in like those days it would be like, oh, well, she's over. She's
yeah,
over. Like, you
absolutely.
can't make a film with somebody in a wheelchair. My God, it's not possible. Was like the attitude of the day.
Yep.
So now
very
she's
true.
become a recluse. Like the spider, the brown recluse. She must away to the mansion, to their giant mansion that Valentino used to live in.
I'm going to jump in real
Yeah.
quick. Of all of the great acting moments in this film, that crying after the accident is like heart-wrenching. So well
Oh, it's
done.
a good horror movie scream right there. You feel that pain. You
Good point.
feel
Yeah.
that pain. And then that's right after the accidents where we finally get the title cards, too.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Very good.
What is this note that I have?
What do you have?
Oh, okay. So let's just talk. Let's talk costuming for a moment.
Okay.
Baby Jane's ill-fitting clothes and her dated makeup. I mean, she's got this like white pancake makeup on, and her little heart, her creepy brows, and just like her style. Like her clothes are just kind of. They look old. They look like the 30s clothes. She's not wearing like contemporary things, and they're kind of like ill-fitting, you know, because she's like still living in that time when that's not where she is. And then, of course, just the embodiment that Betty does. She's that stomping around, and she's just like, she leads with like her stomach everywhere,
yeah.
and her frown, and it's just like she's like this flat-footed, like a duck walking everywhere. It's so good, because again, it's like you're willing to make yourself into this grotesque caricature. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's so.
Nobody wanted her to do that. So what I read
Yeah.
was that the whole makeup was her idea.
I
Was
love
Betty Davis's idea, and she imagined Jane as someone who never washed their face and would just put makeup on top of.
Shut up.
So like put new layer of makeup on top of an old layer.
That anybody
And
who
it-
wears
so it
makeup
just
knows you
kept-
can't do that.
Just kept like growing and growing and growing, and that's why her face is like that. You
They
know?
say that Queen Elizabeth, was it Queen Elizabeth? The first one, I think hers was so thick it like cracked when she died. Because they didn't know about face washing back then.
Well, they didn't know about washing back then, so
Washing, that's nonsense. But neither did Betty Davis.
yeah. So,
Because then I think it's just, she's so narcissistic, she probably can't stand to not ever have the makeup on, is my guess.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's also just so out of touch with reality that, you know,
Yeah.
it's just kind of she's living her truth.
She lived with some truth. It's not a good truth. And then, of course, we can't forget Joan's eyebrows. The eyebrows that could cut through red tape. The eyebrows that launched 1,000 ships. The iconic eyebrows.
Okay.
Yeah. They're pretty good in this one. They're pretty good in this one. And she's such a, she's so demure, and she wants to just believe the best about Jane. Just like with her little halo. Oh, poor Blanche. Poor
They're
Blanche.
definitely polar opposites.
Yeah.
You know?
So they can still afford to have a little help around the house. That's where Elvira comes in. Great name, by the way. Could you imagine having to do housework in a wiggle skirt and heels? It's pretty hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious. It's hilarious in a bad way. But, you know, she doesn't like Jane. She doesn't trust Jane. And this is when we know that, okay, she, gives Blanche all her fan mail and proves that, Jane really needs help, and they can't live this way anymore. And Elvira doesn't trust her.
No, heck no.
And for some reason, Blanche thinks she's going to be able to reasonably have this discussion with Jane. No.
Yeah. That was a little odd. I really liked the character of Elvira, but I felt it was also very just kind of convenient, I guess. You know, finally where she's like, "Oh, you've been given the day off," and she's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I'll just leave. But the woman that played her, I think her name is Maidie Norman. She's got about 115 credits on IMDb.
Damn.
And unfortunately, a lot of them are
Playing a domestic.
The Help.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this lady has a master's from Columbia University in acting. From 68 to 69, she was the artist in residence at Stanford University.
Hey, that's up here in the Bay Area.
Throughout the 70s, was a lecturer, director, and acting teacher at UCLA. So, I mean, she was a pretty amazing lady.
Yeah.
And she also played a nurse in your favorite Halloween, season 3, Season of the Witch.
Wow.
God bless her. She's working. She was always be
But,
closing.
but unfortunately, she, had to do that whole tropey thing. And
yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
anyway,
It's something to
it's
no,
not
something to
her
think about.
fault that she, just took Jane's word and left.
Exactly. Well, and
It
she-
was written
yeah.
that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's she's still a good character. I mean, she's
She is.
trying to do the right
She
thing.
is.
Now I'm very glad you researched her, because there's so many people, especially when we look back at Hollywood of yesteryear, that have gotten just swept under the rug and hidden, but they have these prolific careers and also in academia. It's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So poor Blanche. right? It's held up in this one room, basically. They have
They have no elevator.
no elevator,
They
right?
wait for her to get down the huge stone and tile stairs.
Right.
Right.
So I mean, she just basically lives in this room. Jane doesn't really let her out or want her out anywhere else
No.
in the house.
Sure doesn't.
Which is kind of bizarre. I mean, it's not bizarre. I guess it makes sense because Jane doesn't want her to have run of the house. But
No, it's a big ostentatious house.
I mean,
too.
you'd think you could live downstairs and make a room for her somewhere downstairs, so she had more room to.
You would think.
That would
Wander
make
through,
more
but-
sense, or
Yeah.
sell it and buy something more.
Right.
You know.
I think that's a very
Which-
good point, though.
But I mean, which kind of keys you in what's going on now?
Yes.
There are neighbors, right, that live, of course, that are next door.
Yes.
Annoying as shit neighbors.
Are they though? Are they really
Yes.
annoying? I
Oh
mean,
my God. Okay. She's like, oh, Miss Hudson, give these flowers to your sister. Oh, we watched your picture on TV, Miss Hudson. It's like, okay, we get it. You're a big fan, but like, she comes off kind of rude to Jane, frankly, because it's like she had a career too big.
Jane was kind of rude to her too. My note,
she got ruder as it
my
goes
note
on.
is like she just won't quit. She just
She
keeps.
just won't
Right.
quit.
She just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Every time she sees.
Oh, I saw the lights were on, and my lights went off one time, and you don't want that.
Here's my prize gladiolas. Yeah. No, she's so annoying.
Yeah.
Her daughter was actually Betty Davis's real life daughter.
I remember.
Oh,
hearing
really?
that.
Yeah.
Hey.
She's like got her little 60s pedal pusher pants on,
Barbara-
and she's like,
Barbara
oh,
Beatty.
mother.
Merrill or B.D. Merrill in
Yeah.
the credits, but
Mm-hmm.
Who wrote her own little book about Betty Davis later on?
Yeah.
That was not very flattering, apparently.
No,
So.
not very.
I'm waiting for Macy's book about me.
Oh yeah.
Does he
I'm going to
use?
contribute.
Macy, are you allowed
right,
to
the-
use wire hangers
the forward.
in the home?
Yes.
No more wire hangers.
Okay. So when Blanche is in the room, can't get out, wants to get out.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't want to jump around too much, but I was just kind of wondering. She's got a window that faces those neighbors we're talking about, who are always in the yard clipping
God.
and cutting the
Yes.
flowers.
I know what you're going. I know where you're going.
Okay, so why? Why doesn't she just go, hello?
Remember she tried. She like tries.
She
to
did
throw a note.
She's all, no, but first she's like, well,
because she is such a lady with like
and
a
the
capital
lady
L.
never raises her voice.
She would. She would never. She wouldn't dare kneel. Well, and I think she's also. I think what we're also supposed to get from this is she's kind of like weakened and probably atrophied
She
and,
wasn't
and stuff.
too weak at that. I mean, she was talking pretty good with
I'm not saying
Elvira
it's
and Jane at that
consistent,
point.
Or at
but-
least maybe like put something inside the paper first,
Yeah.
so you could like
But you,
Lob it, yeah.
hit the lady
but you
picking
know
flowers
what?
in her
You know what?
yard.
Daddy never taught her to fold paper airplanes, so she didn't know. She didn't know about paper airplanes because Daddy didn't care for her.
Daddy blew it. And,
Back to the house.
yes.
So, I don't want to reveal too much before the end, but I think being dedicated to this big, over the top old Hollywood mansion that they live in speaks also to Blanche's vanity as well, because she probably knows it's impractical for her to be there.
Well, she does.
Yeah,
She wants to sell it.
but she's kept it for so long.
Yeah.
Because the accident was in the 30s, right?
Yes.
Mid 30s, and
Right.
now we're at.
So it's like 30 years they've been in
Yeah.
this house, and she doesn't want to, and she bought it with her money, and I get a sense of pride with that, but I think there's also, we'll circle back to it, but a bit of vanity there, because Blanche is not all she seems.
Well,
Blanche
there's
is
that.
not so.
I feel like there's a little bit of
Demure.
Blanche hating
Well,
coming out of
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
you. I mean, there's one little transgression. Otherwise, Blanche is pretty
Why
clean.
the little transgression? Okay, we'll get there. The bird.
Mm-hmm.
You know she's gonna serve the bird under a little metal cloche with the silver coffee, the silver,
Yeah,
the
the
good silver.
On a bed of tomatoes.
Oh my God, my actual words, Caleb, a bed of tomatoes with a glob of cottage cheese.
I got roast Tweety.
The bird flew out the window and onto the plate.
Yes.
So
was-
good.
That's when you know there might be some issues between the two sisters.
Yes.
But
Jane is not well, and this is probably a good point to talk about baby Jane. You want to feel bad for her. You want to feel empathy for her because she's kind of pathetic and sad, but she's so damn mean and unhinged.
Yeah.
She kind of
Yeah.
gets in her way because you kind of like, every time you start to have a little bit of, empathy for her, you're like, that bird though. What did that bird ever do?
It made Blanche happy.
Yeah, and she can't have that.
Right, not at all.
Yes.
Jane also got a little bit of an addiction issue.
She does.
With the alcohol.
And in fact, to the point where the local stores aren't allowed to sell it to her
Right.
until she pretends. We love all of the scenes where she pretends to be Blanche on the phone.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So good. Part of like the melodrama and the camp in this movie too is a lot of just. It was filmmaking of the time. Like, you know how they hold a scene really long, they hold a pose really long, and it's like, that's so, like, of a time.
Right.
And so it comes off as major melodrama.
Right.
So happens a lot that Jane drinks heavily, and she gets all frankly eerie and sad and when she hears her ghostly child voice. So if you thought the child voice is bad, when it's like, I'm Friday. It's like so like dee, dee, dee. And like when she recites her creepy little poem and she's like crying and you're just like, God,
Yeah.
and there probably had to be something a little bit autobiographical in there, right? Because she was aging out of her ingenue phase.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, God, I feel. So Betty Davis was 54 when
Jesus.
filming this,
It's
which
so funny.
which is not that far away from like where Neil and I are at, and you're like,
Speak
No.
for yourself.
that's not that old.
We had this discussion on Spooky Slumber Party that the ladies on Sex and the City now are the same age as the ladies on the first season of The Golden Girls. And like, what a difference. Even our progressive, amazing Golden Girls, who I loved, they were still kind of aged. And like now the Sex and the City ladies are like, no, like you're not even close to retirement now at 54.
Right.
A lot of people are still dating and like you're still wearing like trendy clothing. And,
Yeah.
Such a difference.
Yeah.
But for 1962, oh,
You're done.
You were done.
toast.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're cooked. Like the Tweety.
like Tweety, who was actually not was raw. Well, she might have steamed him. We actually don't know, or broiled.
Served with a side of cottage cheese.
For dipping.
Like delicately placed
Yeah.
in like the worst spot you could
No, I
put
mean,
it
the
next to a
plating
dead
was very
bird.
good. She would have got an A+ from the Hell's Kitchens and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's just the.
you know I love people cooking under duress.
You do, yeah.
The plating is a part of the presentation.
However, the beak was a little tough.
little chewy,
Smidge tough.
smidge tough.
You guys, okay, so when Jane goes to the store, one of the stores that she's doing her errands, I can't remember what she was, the bank.
Was it the newspaper?
So there was
The
the
newspaper.
newspaper, the
Thank
bank,
you.
or the yeah.
She went to the newspaper to
Costume
take
place, yeah.
out the ad for, an accompanist, someone to help her get her act back together.
Yep.
Do you guys notice the parking sign? Like the time limit for parking in front of the place?
No.
It was 12-minute parking.
12 minutes?
And I was like, where the fuck can anyone go this day and age
In LA.
for 12 minutes? Excuse
Especially
my
in
language.
LA.
I apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize
But-
because that's outrageous.
I'm like, 12. I'm like, it just goes to show you, back then you could get something done in 12 minutes. And today it's like,
What if there was a
it
line
takes
at
12 minutes just to get it out of your car and,
What if there was a line at the newspaper
Exactly.
place?
Like
Well, let's see.
12-minute parking.
They didn't have to sign up for any sort of rewards program. They didn't
right.
have
True.
to, the computer wasn't down.
Yeah. It's true. It's a different.
You just get to walk in there and go, I want to take out an ad.
Yeah.
Well, she never waited in line ever either. That was
she
the
probably
other
caught
thing.
people,
So,
'cause she
she
thought she
walked
was
right in
important.
there. She walked right into the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like dressed in all her furs and all her
She's like,
stuff.
you know
It's
what she's
it's
like?
embarrassing.
When she walks into a bank or somewhere, she's
Karen.
like Mrs. Deagle from,
From Gremlins.
She just barges away past everyone to the front of the line.
She is.
You're a damn dog. What's in my yard again?
Inspiration. So through all these errands, we know that people don't know who the fuck she is.
They don't.
A lot of people remember her sister, but there's like people kind of like whispering about her. Like that's another thing the neighbors do is they're talking about well, Julie says,
Yeah.
that she tried to kill her sister.
That's the one that ran over her sister.
Yep.
Was that in even in the newspaper thing where she was like, who's giving the ad? Like, I am.
Yeah.
I'm Baby Jane Hudson.
Yeah.
And I was like, great.
Great. Yeah. And then when she walks out, the other guy says, "Who the hell's Baby Jane Hudson?"
Yeah, and especially I'm sure they've come across so many washed up Hollywood people who are like, I'm famous.
Yes.
And they're like, I don't care. So an iconic line after that scene, but you're Blanche, you're in that chair.
Yes, it's very good.
I'm going to keep him coming, people, don't worry.
Tommy's
Don't
going to
worry.
bed, everyone.
Oh, good night,
Good night,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Good night, Tommy. Oh, and of course, then she starts to starve.
Starve her.
Starve Blanche.
Well, I mean, she was serving her some food.
A rat.
A rat.
The rat also got the tomato treatment.
Yes.
Did you notice?
Yeah.
It's her signature. And of course, you didn't eat, you didn't. Yeah, another iconic line right there. Oh my God, the rat is where we get to see how Blanche has a panic attack, which is literally spinning in circles.
Oh, yes.
And there's
That
the
was-
overhead shot. It's
that was
just
pretty
so
funny.
good.
That's like the guy from Terror Train in the beginning in the bed.
Yes!
Spinning around and I'm stuck in this
Sheet,
cloth.
whatever.
In this silk cloth, help me.
Mosquito netting. Yeah, they have something in common for sure.
Spinning in circles in your wheelchair.
Well, and it's like she probably could have eaten tomatoes on the edge of both of those
Yes.
plates. I mean,
Would you? I'm just saying, if
I
there
mean-
was a dead rat inside, covered by a
Yeah.
silver,
did you know we have rats in the cellar?
would you eat those tomatoes?
I don't know if that's your only option. Oh, but then she gives her real dinner, real breakfast. But she,
Yeah.
but she didn't eat it because she was
She
so
didn't eat it because
scared.
she was scared. Yeah.
Too scared.
So scared. You
Yep.
guys.
There's some major head games being played here.
There are,
Yes.
which is
I
mean-
sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's also just funny to me that she's dying and she's like, but I won't eat that tomato on the edge.
It's kind of like that game in the morning. That morning you pick what's behind curtain number 1 or the box right here. As they're gonna.
Oh, what game is that?
Let's make a deal, right? It's like,
Yeah, I
do you
don't-
want to take the vacation or the dead rat? It's under this box right here, kind of thing. Like, Blanche.
But
you
it
know what's
could be
going
something
on.
better.
It could be something better, but yeah.
Or could be nothing, or could be worse.
Yeah.
Or,
I appreciate Miss Movie Buff quoting right along with me in the comments. I see you and I appreciate you. So now we get a new character in the mix. Edwin Flagg.
Oh, good.
Not Randall Flagg.
No, not Randall Flagg.
Edwin Flagg, who is kind of down on his luck, musician, composer. Hard to quite believe how successful he is because he has a little bit of a fibbing problem. Because he's trying to make himself sound better. He also has a little bit of an overbearing mother, but he's kind
Who
of
he lives with.
Who he lives with.
Who has arthritis and who he still wants to work because he's not making any money.
Yeah, somebody's got to be making money in this house.
Yeah.
So Edwin takes the ad in the paper. Probably nobody else would want that job except for somebody who's like, I'll help you revive your act. And he quickly catches on to, oh, this lady has problems. And in fact, when he comes over, she's got the hair and the dress, a replica right at that point of exactly how she looked,
Yep.
including the little bows on the shoes, which actually are pretty cute. And her performance is outrageously creepy. The footlight, they have a footlights, and she can't keep her eyes off herself in the mirror. And Edwin is very disturbed, but he's got to secure the bag, so he's not giving up.
Well, he wants to get paid. Did you happen to notice the sheet music on the piano, the names of the songs?
They're all daddy, daddy,
so
daddy.
there was one, fly the flag for freedom. She's somebody's little girl. I wouldn't trade my daddy. As well as I've written a letter to daddy.
You get a good picture into her psyche.
Yeah. So there's
Live.
a lot of daddy stuff.
Yeah, and they're all old. It's sad. Oh, she has all her scrapbooks that she loves to paw through, and Yeah. So Edwin is very creeped out, but you love it. It's like really strong lighting in that scene too. They play up the creep factor so well.
It's a great scene.
Yeah.
I mean, her just dancing around and
Yeah.
performing for him. It's, and then he, I mean, and even that guy, I like that actor. I like that
he's
they
great.
cast him for that
Yeah.
role because it was
Yeah.
very, even he was kind of like, you're like, okay, what's going on with this guy, really?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I mean,
It's Hollywood. Everybody's lying, right? Showbiz.
it's true. Everyone's got a problem.
Everybody's got something going on. But yeah, he's disturbed. We're all disturbed. Because things are escalating.
The relationship with his mom I found to be fairly amusing. Because
I love it when they fight.
They fight because his mom is English,
Yeah.
She came
Like
straight over.
typical, yeah.
But she
Yeah.
had a cigarette also the whole time,
Right.
right?
Oh, it's the 60s. Everybody's smoking. Your doctor gave you a pack.
She still had the old, like just the big oh, Edwin, I say, what are you doing going over there? This whole English thing going on.
Yes.
Very pronounced,
Maybe
just came over.
Cockney, I don't know.
It wasn't quite Cockney, but
No,
it was pretty strong.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hollywood Cockney or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And she pretends to be his secretary, so he sounds
Right.
like
That was
more
pretty funny.
impressive.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, that was. I don't
But
know,
also just the fact that her son could do no wrong.
Oh, he's a perfect angel.
He was a perfect angel, and just waiting for the right
Oh, and
opportunity
he's fallen
to
in
make
with
his
that bad Jane
to make his
Hudson.
real music.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it was a little awkward. But then they have that one fight though after.
So good.
And
They're
'cause-
like matching each other in pitch. It's amazing.
well, they basically give you the whole story that we haven't gotten so far about the accident.
Smart exposition, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you find out that Jane was found in bed 3 days later with some guy she didn't know.
Well, that's how I was
And
conceived.
then Edwin says, "That's how I was."
So that's not an direct
Oh my
quote. but
God,
paraphrasing
so good.
Edwin.
pretty close. Yeah,
So good.
it was really good.
I think it's interesting that Jane is so creepy and and all of that, like respecting that. But there is something that is sad about her and about the way we treat women in Hollywood and women in general, and like your looks and that's your whole commodity, and then it's like you're useless to society after
Right.
that point. It is sad. It is sad. Again, she doesn't. Your empathy never lasts long with her because then she's putting rats on plates of perfectly good tomatoes.
In Jane's case, I mean,
geez.
she wasn't headed. I mean, if you listen to the studio executive, it wasn't like she was headed towards superstardom. You know what I mean?
Right.
She wasn't a good actress.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe she probably didn't know that at that point yet, I guess, but she just assumed her career ended because she had to take care of her sister now that she,
Yeah.
quote unquote, whacked with the car.
At this point, we
That-
think she did.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
anyway. But I also found myself kind of laughing at times, but then kind of going like, actually, no, that's kind of fucked up because she's got there's a whole mental illness factor here that
Yeah.
it's like sort of. I don't know if it's put out there comedically or if it's just supposed to be.
I don't think it's
You know.
comedically. I mean, I don't know that that Jane fits any diagnosis exactly. I just kind of think of her as maybe a little bit of, I don't know.
The one thing
Narcissistic, for
the
sure.
one I found it was a narcissistic personality disorder.
Narcissistic, I think, a little psychotic.
Psychotic.
NPD for short.
Yeah. She's, you know what, they don't even there's nothing in the DS5 for Baby Jane. She is her own thing. So but I agree.
They said possibly manic as well, but much more analysis would be needed.
She's
than they give
she's
on
Baby
than they
Jane
give on screen.
disease.
That would have been a 3-hour movie, and that
Oh.
we just cannot do.
And you know what? And if you want your camp mental health, you go watch All About Eve.
Right.
And I will.
There you go.
Thank you very
There
much.
you
Go
go.
watch that one.
No, we've come a long way with how we treat mental health in the media. Yeah, and then there's also still plenty to go.
One other thing I noticed,
Yes.
when Jane goes out to go do her errands, and then you have Blanche at home doing whatever she has to do, or is trying to do, whether it's get downstairs and make a phone call,
Yeah.
or whatever happens.
Eat chocolates in her
Oh
sister's
my God,
bedroom.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Find something.
Because she's starving.
The time it takes Jane to leave the house, go out, do her errands, and come home seems to be much faster than the time anyone else in the house can go do a real simple thing and then
Yeah.
get back to where they are. Because Jane's always back finding you doing what you're not supposed to be doing.
She's really good at
Like
it.
time stands
you know.
still
Yeah.
or in that house, or it takes longer. I'm not sure. There's a whole,
The answer is yes.
space-time Star Trek thing going on in there,
Yeah.
Michael.
That is
So-
correct.
Okay, just making sure.
Your explanation is
I also
exactly
like
right.
how Jane's like posture and walk change like
Yes.
after, well, especially after she meets up with Edwin and
Yeah.
they formulate a plan to like get her back in the back in the game.
Yeah.
In the vaudeville game that doesn't exist anymore.
And and it's interesting because she kind of starts to think of Edwin as like a romantic suitor as well, which is like not at all. He's like, I just want to get this money, but like again in her mind,
Yeah.
that's like what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, poor Blanche. She's eating those chocolates. She finds really creepily that Jane has been practicing her signature. She's like writing checks all over town.
Right.
The giant checkbook
I know,
they have.
$100 to the costume store, the Western costume.
So what would that be in today's money? That would be like
That's like $8,000.
I know.
to replicate her old vaudeville child outfits.
If 350 was 60 to 80, then
Yeah.
$100 would be.
There was a few years difference between.
Oh, that's
good
true.
point.
That's true.
Oh, and it is so excruciating when Blanche is trying to get down those stairs and she tries to make her calls. It's just she can't catch a break. She really can't catch a break.
It's $1,000.
1,000, okay.
Okay, 1,000 in costumes. That
And
sounds about
they're,
right.
they have investments, but they're not really liquid right now.
All right.
Although she only did come out carrying like
Yeah.
one garment bag.
I guess that was
don't
all that
know
was
how
ready.
many were in there, but
Yeah.
you know.
They might not all have been ready yet.
It's possible. How about, okay, when she comes home
Yes.
and she finds her downstairs after making the phone call. The brutal kick to the face.
She starts to beat the ever-loving F out of her.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, boom.
She's like, I'm
Hardcore.
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. She's mad. She's very mad. Oh, she tears her call button out of the wall, which the buzzer is annoying, to be fair. Yes, producer Scott? Oh no, it looked like he was gonna say something, but he was not.
I can't even stretch back here.
We're very sensitive to your needs. Also, very interestingly, again, a look into Blanche,
Yeah.
is above her bed, she has that portrait of herself, and she has pictures of herself all over her room.
Yeah.
And then downstairs, Jane has pictures of herself all over.
Jane.
So they're both dealing with a little something. Mm-hmm. And hers is like, the one in Blanche's room is like illuminated above her. So Elvira gets suspicious. I do like that whole thing where she's like, oh, I forgot my key. And she had her key and you think she's going to get on the bus, but she doesn't get on the bus.
That was actually, I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
They do it all the time now, but
Oh my God.
I feel like that
Yeah.
was like kind of new back then.
I
you know?
agree. The subterfuge.
Yeah.
Then the freaking neighbor lady. Oh, I
Again.
just saw
Again.
Elvira go into your house. It's like, God damn it. Like, you blew it. And poor Elvira, she gets that door open. She
Yeah.
sees Blanche trussed up like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah, but again, are you going to turn your back to, you know?
No. And you're also not going to tell the psycho person your whole plan. Don't tell her, like, I'm going to go do this right now.
right.
You're in trouble, lady.
Yeah.
Again, not the actress's fault. That's the way it was
No,
written, but
exactly.
like, come on, really?
Blanche, she's there. She's like, ugh.
Tied up, can't leave, can't move anymore at
Can't
all.
move.
And
I
that's
know.
like really bad to have your arms like stuck
Yeah, I
above you
bet.
like that. That's not good.
So Elvira gets a hammer to the head.
Yeah, she does.
She's gone.
She's gone.
She gets dumped and where's she dumped the body?
She said it was a
in
neighborhood, I believe.
another neighborhood.
yeah, somewhere.
I'm sure that Jane just panicked and just shoved her out somewhere, is my theory. But and of course Blanche had to witness the murder, and it's very interesting how Jane starts to kind of spiral, and she's like, she really like needs her sister's help though, because she can't function
Right.
without her.
Right.
Yep.
It's another kind of interesting, effective part of the film, in my opinion. So what about when Edwin comes back to the house? Okay, is there anything more beautiful than Edwin and the doll in their blanket shroud rolling around the house? So good.
That was pretty funny. Yeah.
Then Edwin sees Blanche.
Yep.
That was not what he was expecting.
That's when he finally is like, all right, it
Okay,
ain't worth the $400 I was supposed to get.
Right.
And you know, like, again, Edwin and Elvira both wanted to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. They both tried.
Yeah. So it's funny, like, when Edwin first shows up that night, he's drunk, and
Yeah.
2 random police officers just happen to stop him.
Right.
And then when he leaves and he's looking for someone to
Yeah.
help, nary a police officer, to be
Exactly.
found anyway. Thank God he had a dime in his pocket so he could go call on the payphone in the drugstore.
Exactly. At the druggist. It's interesting because when, like, Edwin is drunk, the cops are like, they're a little sus, but they're also like, oh, he's just happy. Let's just let him be. And when Jane was drunk and in bed with a guy, they like hit her and stuff at the police station. That's not cool.
No, not cool.
Unless she was
Also,
like,
30 years had passed, so maybe, progress.
I'm sure they probably still would have hit her at the police station. But it's okay
You're right, but
because Jane has a plan.
always.
We'll have a beach day. In fact, we'll just live at the beach.
Yep.
Well, she's already talked about, remember when Daddy used to take us to the beach?
And they'd rehearse on
and
the sand.
everyone would, gather around us and look at us and cheer
watch
us
her.
on or whatever,
Yeah.
like,
Because they wanted to see the famous baby Jane Hudson.
yes.
So, they're on the beach. Jane has fully, like, age regressed. She's trying to, like, play ball with children. She's stolen someone's sand bucket. Meanwhile, Blanche is roasting, like, a carrot in the back.
She still hasn't eaten or drank anything in
no,
days.
I love her her makeup. I actually think it's really cool. And she's got, like, stuff in her at the
she
corners
does.
of the mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
She looked like when Neil had COVID. That's exactly what he looked like.
Same
took me
eyebrows and everything.
Oh my God, his eyebrows just went like this out of nowhere. So that's happening. And meanwhile, everybody knows it's on the radio. They're talking about it up at the snack shack.
Well, I like when it comes on the radio, they're like, this just in, and like everyone stops and,
Yeah.
the proprietor goes and turns up the radio so they
Right.
can hear, ooh, what spicy little gossip do we got now?
Hey, and what has changed? Look at that. Everybody wants to know the hot goss, the TMZ, the People magazine, what's happening. Everybody wants to look at the train wreck.
What's Harry Styles doing today?
What is Harry Styles? Whatever happened to Harry Styles? Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, like when Jane goes up and gets the ice cream, and he's like, "You have to like pay for that." She's like, "Thank you." And she's like dances off.
That was a great part. I love that.
And she's like, "Oh no, it's for my sister." So here we're gonna face some hard truths. Are you guys ready? Is everybody sitting down?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, do it.
Turns out
Spoiler alert for,
Blanche was finally trying to get her damn revenge. And it was her fault.
Yep.
It was all her fault. And she was totally fine letting Jane take the blame for it. She was setting her up.
Yeah. She tried to hit Jane with her car,
Yeah.
missed, and broke her own back.
Yep.
And then when she crawled out, the police found her in front of the car, and they just assumed that it was Jane.
Right, because Jane got freaked out. She was majorly drunk, and that's how we know she ended up at the hotel room. So Blanche created this monster.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there was already a solid foundation of problems with Jane, but I don't think she would have gone like past that point if she wasn't trying to cover up her guilt with the drinking and being mean and stuff, if she had known that it wasn't actually her fault.
Right.
And the most heartbreaking part of all of this is where Jane should be furious. She says, you mean we could have been, this whole time we could have been friends? And you're like, that's her takeaway. And so then you're like, oh, gee, I mean, it makes me have a little tear. How sad is that? All she wanted was a friend. She just wanted her sister to be her friend.
Yeah. Okay, I can kind of take that at this point. She has really, truly lost all touch with reality.
Sure
because,
has.
Because
About to get
even when Blanche was, you know, I don't know, able-bodied, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, Jane still wasn't being nice to her. That's why she was trying. That's why she said she tried to hit her with the car, because at the party she was, you know, making fun of her.
Right.
You know,
Well, because she was jealous.
so again, I don't know how friendly they would have been, you know, but at this point, all this time removed, yeah.
I mean, I think it could have been better. It could have been a lot better. The relationship wouldn't be where it is now. The problems that we find ourselves in.
But
so then the ending. Oh, genius.
she gets her audience.
She gets her audience, and the music, eerie as all get out, and she's just on the beach dancing with Daddy.
Yep, dancing around.
And everybody's
still
just
got her
watching
two
her.
ice cream cones.
Dancing with her ice cream cones, her strawberry ice
Or
cream
strawberry,
cones.
yeah.
While Blanche is roasted in the sand. But
Do you guys, and the cops go over, do you guys think that Blanche made it?
I don't know.
I think she died too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like she was like alive right then, but I don't think she like made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was her deathbed confession. She knew it. She was done. There's no coming back from it.
yeah.
I think that's a perfect ending to this film.
Yeah.
Baby Jane dancing away and Blanche expiring.
Yeah, dead in a wrapped in a blanket.
Oh my God, she
on
had
the
to be
hot beach.
so warm. It's like a wool blanket in the LA sun. Yeah, on the beach.
Yep.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Well-
Just brilliant. Love this movie.
Yes, good film, good film. Also, we got to try sometime in that at the end, there is, when Edmund goes past that drugstore, there's a sign that says, smooth sailing with Squirt and Smirnoff.
Oh, they were like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Right? I'm like,
Oh, shit. Grapefruit soda and vodka?
and vodka?
Fuck yeah.
I know. We're going to give that a try. Haley, get on that.
I know. Haley, the mixologist.
Squirt.
Craft services.
Smooth sailing.
Producer Scott, do you like this movie?
Okay. First of all, yes, I love this movie.
We
Second,
can remain married.
I have a confession to make.
I got another confession to make. That was for Caleb.
I argued with Sandra for
Oh, wait, hold on.
a good 10 minutes.
This is going to be this is going to be sweet. Go ahead.
I said, I've seen this movie. I've seen this movie a couple times. You've made me see this movie. Everything I know of this movie is from quotes that Sandra has said. I had never actually seen the movie. I've just heard every line come out of Sandra's mouth over the long time that I've known
The
Sandra.
imprisonment. Thank you. Thank you for being a big enough person to admit that.
That is sweet.
And I'm also, I'm delighted that I had that much effect because I do. But jar Blanche, you're in that
It's,
chair.
you're really lucky, I would say, Scott, that Sandra is a vegetarian. So you have not been served rat by now. So
I wouldn't dare.
And that you don't have a basement.
Cellar.
Sorry.
Yeah, rats in
rats
the cellar.
in the cellar.
Yeah. Oh,
Blanche.
thank you all.
It's
Blanche.
the heat, sorry.
That's not, you got the vapors.
Suddenly
Yeah.
got very warm in here. Well, not suddenly, but
Yeah, we are roasting like Blanche like a Blanche on the beach. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that is a whole mood when you're that warm.
that is a problem, and you're
Like-
slowly expiring. Bland.
And have only had like
Jade.
chocolate and nougat for.
Jade, I'm
She's just trying to
dying.
get that fucking ice cream cone. She's like, ah.
Jane, I can see the light. Blanche, that's the sun, you idiot. Do we have a game?
Yeah,
We do have a game.
yeah, we do.
Well, let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
Yeah. Let's stretch it out.
Let's
get the game
play
ready.
a game.
It's a game.
How about we all sing I'm writing a letter to Daddy? Instead of a
writing-
stamp, I'll use kisses. The postman says that has to do.
I'm
Writing
writing
A letter
to
to
Daddy.
Shall we play a game?
All right, our game tonight is going to be, we have to come up with the lyrics to Betty Davis Eyes, the song Betty Davis Eyes. We have 8 minutes to come up with every single lyric
Every single lyric?
for the song. And
Seriously?
as we say them,
Word at a time.
one word at a time.
I
So
think
as
I
we
was
say
singing
them,
it earlier, but I
you
think
were.
I've only heard this song maybe 3 times in
Well,
my life.
We're going to
Okay.
have to figure it out. So as we
Okay.
say them, Scott will put it in the little thing, and then it will
Okay.
filter down, and then we'll get closer and closer, and we'll see how well we can do in 8 minutes to get all the song lyrics of the Betty Davis Eyes by, was it Kim Carnes? Right, who sang that song?
Sure.
So
Yes.
you think I would know that?
Here, I'll look it up.
Make sure I
Not
don't
the
say it wrong.
lyrics, just look up. who
No,
wrote
don't look
it.
at the lyrics.
Okay, so how does
That'd
it
be
okay,
cheating.
how does it start?
See, that's the thing. I don't even know the.
You could just.
It's you say the words because we know that
So,
Betty
yeah, yes.
Bette Kim Carnes.
Kim
okay.
Carnes, yeah.
So we just put in the words?
I'll need you to count me.
We got to say the words.
Okay,
Okay.
she's got Betty Davis eyes. I
you
know
go.
that's the hook.
So each of those words are in the song. Okay, so
Yeah.
Go.
let's
Yeah.
hit it.
So she's got Betty Davis
So-
eyes, and it's Bette.
Right.
Right.
So she,
She.
and then she's, because there's probably 2 she's in there, I bet.
Yeah. Hot.
She's got a heart of gold or something.
She's precocious.
Precocious is in there.
And she knows,
Knows
Oh, you're gonna
this?
make me spell precocious?
Preccious.
Precocious.
Precosh.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. She's
She's precocious.
and she knows
And
this.
she knows this.
And she.
And she.
Oh no! And she knows just what it takes to make a something blush. A pro blush?
to make a pro
A pro what?
Just what it takes.
takes to make
Make a pro. Let's say pro blush.
yeah pro, and it puts them in order though, so he'll know when we're missing a word in that phrase.
Oh wow.
So he can help.
Okay.
He can read it
What the
back.
fuck is this thing?
It's something snow. Snow is in the first segment.
Put snow in.
It's something. It's golden
Isn't
snow.
it like something like New York snow?
Yes, New York.
oh,
yes.
put New York in,
Yes. God,
please.
It's fresh
I know
driven.
you're having trouble seeing this.
It's okay.
screen. I'm sorry.
It's fresh New York snow.
Try that. Fresh New York snow.
No.
But new and then York.
I mean, we have them. Yes.
Oh, you do?
And no
And
snow.
you got snow?
Jon Snow.
Enoch is in chat. He says ferocious.
Oh, try ferocious.
No Google. You're gonna make me spell ferocious. I got it. Come on. Okay.
Isn't there Velvet? Is Velvet in this song?
That's black velvet.
What's
Southern
the
sky.
song
That's a lot of
about?
miles.
That song's about Elvis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a the in there?
Yeah, probably. Do you have she and she's?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So let's go backwards. Okay, so she's precocious and she knows just what it
Takes.
Okay.
To make
Jeez, I can barely see this.
Okay, we have that. Okay, to
A
make
pro?
a pro blush, she got
back.
She's got
She got
herpes.
she got
nope.
no.
Oh, her. We
Her?
just got her.
Hey. Do we have to get this 100% to win?
Yes.
Damn it.
Well, I mean, then
This says we're 121 out of 237.
Is Hollywood or maybe film? Is that in there?
No,
Hollywood?
Hollywood is not.
Film?
Film is not.
Damn it. How about night? How about the word night?
Nope.
she's precocious. And she,
What about
some
blonde?
says-
Did we say that one?
And she
Oh, try
knows
blonde.
just what it takes
No,
to make
No.
a heart blush. Is blush?
we did blush.
We did. Oh,
What about heart though?
heart.
Nope.
Oh, people. Okay, people who know this song are fucking screaming in their
Oh, I'm
cars
sure
right
they
now.
are, but
Okay, she's precocious and she knows just what it takes to make a pro. Okay, that's the end of a sentence.
Pro blush.
She got.
She got something.
She got-
something.
got something in the way. She
Okay, what other words would be in that song?
how about Jane Hudson? Rat. Tweety. Tomatoes. She likes tomatoes.
Oh, isn't
Pro.
there like a she'll
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 steal.
she'll tease you, she'll please you.
Oh my
yes.
God! Yes.
Please.
She'll tease
Do I have you?
and
Oh,
she'll
I didn't have you in there
please
either.
Okay. She knows just. We got that already.
Sneeze.
She'll sneeze you.
Well, we don't actually have Sheil in here.
Everyone needs a sneeze.
I just did a bunch.
Yeah. Wait, we just thought of one that was good. What was it?
Sneeze you.
No, it wasn't
She'll
sneeze.
blank you, blank her.
Blank her,
Blank.
blank you.
She got Betty Davis eyes.
Say that again.
So I have she'll blank you, take her blank it, blank her
This sounds like
blank
a
she'll blank
redacted,
you,
like-
blank her blank.
Writing a letter to daddy.
It's daddy.
She'll blank
Daddy in there.
You got the word no?
Like K-N-O.
K-N-O-W? Sorry.
Because you have nose.
I think it's already in
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
She'll blank you.
She's
She'll-
precocious.
She'll
Like I can hear that one now.
trick you. Trick. She'll fool.
Oh, trick you. Trick.
Yes, trick.
She's tricky.
It's tricky
To rock a rhyme.
around.
Okay.
Rock a rhyme. That's
Oh,
right
I
on
think we already
time.
have trick, or it's not in there.
Oh.
Tricky.
How about
tricky,
fool?
tricky, huh? Fool. You fool.
You fool.
You fool.
It's like something like she'll unseat you or something like that.
She'll unseat you.
She'll unseat you.
She'll beat you at musical chairs.
Oh, she won't beat you. She will kick you a lot.
She'll disguise her voice to order alcohol.
Oh, me. I think I just accidentally got me. Okay.
Me? Good job.
Oh, me's good.
Okay, read us something. Where are we at?
Yeah,
What
read
it
us a line.
takes to
I can't believe we don't know the beginning of this damn song.
No.
She'll tease you. She'll blank you. Did we not get
Please you.
Please?
Please.
She'll please you.
No.
No?
We already have it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Please
okay.
you.
She's not gonna please you.
Betty Davis don't please no one but Betty Davis.
That's right.
Yeah,
would
she'll
know.
tease you. She'll blank you is in here.
Anyone know blank you?
She'll squeeze you.
So
she'll
what?
tease you. She'll blank you just to
Seize?
please you.
Are you saying sneeze?
Are you saying
Seize?
seize? As
It's
in,
like seize
seize
them.
As
him!
in S-I-E-Z-E?
Yeah.
As in my heart
She'll
has
seize
seized?
you.
Um,
Try seize. I don't have a problem with that.
squeeze?
Oh, squeeze.
Oh,
Squeeze you just to tease you?
Yeah, probably not.
How do you spell squeeze?
S-Q-U.
S-Q-U-E-E-Z-E.
No.
Darn it, we only got a minute and a half left.
Come on, Caleb. You were on a roll there for a minute.
What was the beginning of this song?
God, do you know?
I can't. I like.
This was
spaced
not one
Are
of
you sure steel isn't in there?
I think we already have steel.
like S-T-E-L.
S-T-E-A-L.
like blue steel.
As in Lucille, yeah.
And you have heart in there?
Do you have Cologuard in there?
They didn't have color guard back then.
They did it. It's just called poop in a box.
Oh, I bet they did.
It wasn't something
Peas,
that
fleas, knees, and bees. I like it.
she's the bee's knees.
What's the chat saying? Anything?
Well, no, we can't look because they might like be Googling.
No, we need help. We got 47 seconds.
She got.
Actually, we have less probably based on that's the.
She's got Betty Davis.
What about
Cries.
what about unease?
Unease. That's a good one.
We got
I
nothing.
am really. Oh, unease. Yes.
Okay,
Really?
give us the
yes,
line.
yes. Okay, she'll tease you. She'll unease you just to please you.
She's precocious.
Oh.
We got precocious.
And she knows what
She
she
knows
does.
just what it
And she
takes
just
to
knows
make a
what it
pro
takes.
blush.
What's another line?
Okay, so and she'll tease you. She'll
Fine.
unease you.
F-I-N-E. Oh, and boys.
Fine.
Boys.
No.
Boys?
Boys.
Yeah.
With a Z.
Boys is in there.
Yes,
Boys.
because it's like, oh, the boys think she's just fine.
All the boys
Think, baby.
think. Oh, and we're done.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Okay, read it back.
We're
What did we not
just
get?
getting on a roll. Okay. Okay.
Are you just
going
gonna
to
speak, sing the song?
Or it's already scored. You got 176 out of 237.
That's not good.
74%?
Okay, well, we got a passing
That's a
grade.
C.
I'll take it.
Yeah. C.
So
Better than I did in high school.
Sure.
Take it.
That's
On your
not
Betty
true.
Davis
My
course.
Betty Davis
That's
quiz.
not true. High B average.
So you want me to read all of the lyrics of Betty Davis Eyes? That's what you want me to
Hell
do?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it fast.
As
Just do it
opposed
fast.
to, okay.
Can you sing
Yeah.
it though, just so I can get
No.
the tune?
I want to know the opening here.
You have to
Give him
at
a
least buy a beer at a karaoke joint, or
Didn't I buy you a couple drinks at the karaoke joint?
Yes, not you specifically, but there's lots of people. in
Read
chat
the
as well.
lyrics.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Speak, sing it like Rex Harrison would do.
her hair is Marlowe gold. Her lips, sweet
Gold.
surprise. Her hands are never cold. She got Betty Davis eyes.
What's her name? Never gold mean.
I knew there was gold in there somewhere. I thought it was gold and snow.
See, I said blonde. I should have said gold.
Son of a Caleb.
Okay.
She'll
go on.
turn her music on you. She'll turn her music on you. You won't. I'm missing part of this page. Whatever.
You won't.
You won't Betty Davis.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she'll Okay.
Oh, wait, here,
I
let
know
me-
how I
let
can
me see
fix
if I can
this.
find.
I'm sorry. Dude, nope, not that.
And she won't blah, blah, blah.
She won't pay her
Live
taxes.
editing.
Live is good. We like live.
Let's see.
That's
What,
a
what
big
was
page.
what was the line you were
It's a
missing?
really big page.
What was the
really
line
big.
you were missing?
Got
Okay.
it.
Now you've got it now.
Oh.
Okay. She'll turn her music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you. She'll unease you all the better just to please you. She's precocious and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. She got Greta Garbo's standoff
Oh, yes.
size.
Greta Garbo.
Greta Garbo's what?
Standoff
Standoff size.
She
Like-
got Betty Davis eyes.
Oh, size.
We were getting a lot. We were getting this,
Okay.
but she'll let you take her home. It whets her appetite. She'll lay you on her throne. She got Betty Davis eyes.
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
she'll-
this whole song doesn't make sense.
She'll take a tumble on you, roll you like
Joint?
you were dice until you come up blue. She got Betty Davis eyes.
Not blue.
Is she trying to kill someone?
I don't know.
She'll expose you when she
She'll
Expose you?
when she snows you.
When she snows you.
Off your feet
Is
with
that
the
cocaine?
crumbs she
Maybe.
throws you. She's ferocious and she knows just
Ferocious?
what it takes to make a pro blush.
Again.
All the boys think she's
Her
a
milkshake
spy.
is the best in the
A
yard.
spy.
She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll
Gonna-
tease you, she'll unease you
Gonna-
all the better just to please you.
Just to
She's
please you.
precocious and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush.
Twice.
All the boys think
She's a spy.
she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll tease you, she'll unease you just to please you. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll expose you when she snows
you.
you
That's got to be cocaine.
because
you
she
guys.
knows you.
Yeah.
She's got Betty Davis eyes. End scene.
Good job. Thank
She
you,
took
producer
Betty
Scott.
Davis' eyes out of her skull. I also want to give a shout out. We talked about this on Spooky Slumber Party. One of my favorite Betty Davis roles, Watch Her in the Woods.
Okay.
One of my iconic movies that shaped me as a young child.
Yeah. And my other podcast that you're not on, I talked about things too. Lots and lots of things.
Oh, so lots of things?
Lots of things.
Wow. I'm chagrined.
Lots of things.
Well,
yes.
do you want to announce your movie?
Yes. Our next film, upon which we shall be feasting on with our eyes,
With our Betty Davis.
with our Betty Davis eyes, while I snow you,
I'll snow you.
is going to be the film Popcorn.
I did see that was added on Shudder.
Yes.
I've never seen
Good, I'm
Popcorn,
glad.
but I love the poster.
Yes.
Oh, it's iconic.
I saw it on Shudder pop up, and I'm like, holy cripes, that would be a fun film to do. We need to do popcorn.
Also, please feel free to count how many times I said iconic in this episode. I love that term. I can't help it. I've got Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah. First one to give us an accurate count gets
Nothing.
our love and respect.
It's nothing. You lose. I said good day, sir.
You get to have
Sandra?
You get to have drinks with the Colt Show, but you got to get yourself here
And bring the alcohol.
and bring the
And something
alcohol.
for me.
And something
Oh, it's true.
non-alcoholic for Sandra.
And something watery for Sandra.
And an offering for the cult gods.
Because her hair was golden. What was it?
And
Golden
she's-
what?
Golden
Golden
rod.
throne.
Precocious,
Golden
and
fleece.
she'll snow the boys, and she'll.
She's a spy.
And she works for the KGB.
And she's got Greta Garbo size,
Yeah.
and
But it's okay.
Oh, and
because
Harlow gold, the hair like
Harlow
King
Gold.
Harlow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. All right.
Damn.
Well, I guess we should wrap this one up.
Let's wrap it up. Let's put a bow on it, just like on a little baby Jane shoe, because we're
Because-
roasting.
because that meat thermometer in my belly just popped out.
I saw it.
I want to send a letter to Daddy.
Oh, I'm writing out letter to Daddy.
Who's with us? Come
Thank
on.
you, producer Scott, Space Face Macy, Reverend Michael B, Haley the Baker, all the pod people in the future, 209 Todd, Miss Movie Buff Laura, Tony Levette, Mindy Horror Movie Addict, Gory Bits who joined us late, and Nick.
Oh, wait, now you have to do like Phantom Dancing.
Goodbye. One.
More!
Sorry.